Hello and welcome to National Focus for Tuesday, July 23, 2024. I am Adicia Burton. In the headlines, Education Minister tours schools under construction, over 240 homes built under new housing project, and Roseau Central MP hosts Kalinago Day experience. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, Honorable Octavia Alfred, has led a small delegation on a construction site visit to the Bellevue-Chopin and Tetmon primary schools on Wednesday. The two schools are among 6 schools being built as part of the China Aid project. Honorable Alfred is pleased with the progress of the Bellevue-Chopin primary school construction, which started 3 months ago.
I came in to look at the progress of the work. We are glad that the work is progressing satisfactorily. We have almost completed 50% of the excavation work. I'm glad that people in the area are being employed and we are happy with the progress. The information is we should get 3 schools almost together later next year, by the ending of next year. Goodwill, Thibault and Bellevue. The other 3 will come in a little later because they began a little later. So I'm glad the progress with the work and I'm happy, and I continue on behalf of the government of Dominica to thank the People's Republic of China for this project.
Parliamentary Representative for the Petit Savane constituency, Honorable Jolan Defoe, says this new addition will serve the community of Bellevue-Chopin well.
Thus far, I'm very happy with the progress, although, we inherently have weather at this time and that slows down work. But all in all, the progress has been very good and they are on schedule. And as the Honorable Minister says, hopefully by next year, towards the end of the year, we'll have a brand new school, which will benefit the people in the community tremendously. As you know, the students now here have been relocated to Grand Bay, of course, cutting commute time, and you can wake up, you can sleep a little bit more in your bed. So there are many benefits as to the overall aesthetic for the community and the multiple use function of the school.
Meanwhile, construction commenced 3 days ago for the new Tetmon primary school.
We are happy that the Tetmon project has finally begun. We see excavation work going on, and according to the contractor, the foundation work will begin in about a month's time. We are happy for that. I was wondering why the excavator was looking so small, and we were told that because of the way the road is so narrow that is a challenge. However, it's not a challenge that will prevent anything from happening. So we are happy as the Ministry of Education, and we continue to be grateful, the government of Dominica, for this huge investment into building our human resource capacity.
Honorable Alfred expressed her hope to see agricultural programs in the schools.
The schools are being built in areas where the soil looks so fertile, so I look forward to a good agriculture program, good backyard gardening at school and school garden that we can feed into the school feeding program. So this morning, I think I'm very satisfied, and I continue to be grateful on behalf of the government for the project.
The projected completion date for the construction of schools under the China Aid project is 2026. Government, through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, is continuing its thrust towards modern and resilient housing for all citizens. As part of this initiative, government has partnered with Montreal Management Consultant Establishment Limited, MMCE, to build homes in 10 villages across the island.
We also have the Modern Resilient Sustainable Development Project, which is facilitated through MMC as a developer, and that's going on in 10 villages across Dominica. Presently, about 245 units are being constructed using different models of home, but all with the objective of providing a safe, secure, resilient, and modern style living. Within a community setting, so it has its own community setting with its own infrastructure and all of that.
These homes are in varying stages of completion, with some almost ready for the families to move into.
So that's 245 homes that are pretty much near completion. I would say these projects right about now, what's going on generally is the finishing touches. Some of them are already sort of moving ready based on our readiness assessment. But in some respects, we require some infrastructure works to ensure that it is accessible to persons, pedestrians, persons living in the area, as well as ensuring that there's motorable access.
These housing developments will give families a modern-style home while also keeping with government's mandate of building resilience.
It's also something that introduces something different to the housing landscape in Dominica, in the sense that we are introducing a modern style type of living based on its architecture, but also importantly we are also expanding communities by offering persons a vision of what it takes and what a modern, resilient village or community or housing development should look like.
Dr. Paul says the government's housing revolution is addressing the needs of citizens.
We know that when persons speak about a housing need, it's not just owning a home, but it's ensuring that they provide a stable environment for the family, that they can grow their families, ensuring that you have the necessary security that you can make future investments in other things like education, the education of your children, of yourselves, just building your own life and your own future. We know that one of the basic needs from primary school, we know that one of our basic needs is housing, right? And of course, it means that once government comes in to provide that, fulfill that housing need, we expect that families' whole economic outlook will change.
She added that the new houses also bring a sense of safety to all the benefiting families.
The homes that are being built on the Modern Resilient Program by MMCE, these homes are almost little fortresses in and of themselves, in the sense that persons would no longer have the kind of fear that you would have seen if there is an approaching weather system. It means, therefore, that all of the provisions that government would have to make at shelters, these are people that you would not necessarily have to cater for because they have their own little shelter. So while it's fulfilling a basic housing need, it's also fulfilling an emergency shelter need as well.
In an effort to further embrace the rich cultural diversity of Dominica, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerritt, in collaboration with President of Dominica, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, hosted a Kalinago Experience Day at the State House. 80 children from the Roseau Central Summer Camp, a delegation from the Chinese Embassy, Vekas constituency and Penville Primary indulged in an exciting day of traditional Kalinago activities, history and culture.
As we gather here today in the presence of our history and our heritage, we are going to embark on a journey of discovery and understanding that will broaden your perspectives and deepen your appreciation for the diversity of the world around us. So today I invite all of you to immerse yourself in the Kalinago culture today. Make some new friends, learn their traditions, and embrace our culture fully. They are part of us, and we are part of them.
President Burton commended Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerritt for her summer program, which provided enriching cultural experiences for the children.
It is a very educational summer program that Mrs. Skerritt has put together. I think this is the reason why, of course, her husband said, hey, let me take some children from my constituency to come so that next year I can also maybe emulate it and have it done in my constituency. That's something that other parliamentary representatives across Dominica and other people in general should be looking to do to ensure that our children are immersed in our cultural heritage.
She congratulated the students for their interest in learning more about their culture.
I really want to congratulate you for coming to the State House today, for wanting to learn, the eagerness to learn new things about your country, about our culture, and I do hope that you will appreciate it. It's one thing to learn it, but we also have to appreciate it, and we have to appreciate each other and live happily.
The activities included a history and heritage presentation with aid of authentic Kalinago artifacts display, Kalinago storytelling, basket weaving, cassava and kaki making, Kalinago jewelry making, archery, face painting, language, and singing and dancing. These activities were led by cultural members, craft artisans, and elders of the Kalinago community. Honorable Papuan Skerrit hopes to make this experience an annual event. You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. World champion Theolofo Gadsden and 800-meter runner Denick Luke have been announced as Dominica's flag bearers for Paris Olympics 2024. The opening parade starts at 1:30 p.m. on Friday, July 26. The games will run from July 26 to August 11, 2024, with some competitions starting on 24 July. Mrs. Theolofo Gadsden, who hails from the community of Maho and is based in the U.S., will be competing in the female triple jump. Mrs. Lafo Gadsden is Dominica's first indoor world champion and has also qualified for 2 world championships and 2 world indoor championships. Mr. Denick Luke, who hails from Portsmouth, is currently completing his tertiary education in Jamaica. Mr. Luke secured a universality placement in the discipline of 800 meters. The flag bearers will lead the Dominica delegation, which will include swimmers Warren Lawrence and Jasmine Schofield, as well as team officials led by Chef de Mission, Mr. Woodrow Lawrence, team leader Mr. Brendan Williams, and coaches Aaron Godson and Gino DeFlorian. For the first time in the history of the Olympic Summer Games, the opening ceremony will not take place in a stadium. Paris 2024 opening will take place along the Seine River. The parade of athletes will be held on the Seine, with boats for each national delegation. Proprietor and founder of Vise Couture, Avina Prince, says a grant award received from government this week will help accelerate efforts to establish a presence online. On Monday, the government of Dominica donated close to $1 million to young digital entrepreneurs from around the country.
One of the things about going into a business is that it's a lot of risk. Some people start businesses and they have everything already set up. They have a big money somewhere, to use Dominican colloquial language, and they can just move with that. But some people start businesses just because they have a dream, they have a desire, they want to see something happen, not necessarily because they have the funding. And for us, the story is quite like that.
The grant awards form part of the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. The Caribbean Digital Transformation Project grant is a comprehensive initiative designed to enhance access to digital services, technologies, and skills across the Caribbean.
Once you're in business, receiving funding, money that you did not work for, is actually a big deal. And especially with the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, the whole idea is to help businesses to go digital, especially in this era. And when you're looking at going digital, you're looking at ways that your services will be produced faster. You're looking at ways that you will connect with people better. You're looking at ways that you can go out of Dominica, and just having a funding especially for that is important, because you find that a lot of businesses are not focused when you get funds, or let us say, remember, you are working and money is coming in. The money that is coming in, you're not always thinking about how to go digital. You're thinking about how you can continue to produce the physical aspect of the business. But when you can receive just money to take your business to another level digitally, that for me, I am sure when I say that, I'm speaking on behalf of all other businesses that receive the grant. That is a big deal.
The grant funding from government allows these small businesses the wiggle room to financially position their businesses digitally to take advantage of the global marketplace.
It means now that we have that kind of funding that we can now know, okay, let's work on our website, let's work on the marketing, let's work on the accounting, let's work on all those other things that if you had to take your own funds, perhaps they would not have been the priority. So that's a really big deal. And of course, thank you to the government for thinking in that line. Because as a small business owner, you see it, what it means to me is that the government sees the work that you are doing, and then they are coming alongside you to help you to go further.
She says with the grant award, government is showing appreciation for the contribution small business is making to the economy.
They appreciate, I want to say they appreciate, I hope they appreciate that you are contributing to the economy of the island. They acknowledge that you are doing that, and they see how it is that they can come alongside you and give you that little push that would help to benefit yourself, help to benefit the country, and help to benefit the customers and other people that you serve.
As a small business owner, she says it's not always easy, but one must remain committed.
The first thing I like to say is that it is not easy. Anything that you do, and people who know me well, people who have taken our classes will know that I like to say that anything that you are doing in life, it doesn't matter what it is not easy. And everything comes with its own challenges, and entrepreneurship, of course, comes with its own challenges. There's the challenge of finance, there's the challenge of space, there's the challenge of human resource. And when you are considering business, you have to put in your mind that there are challenges. We've been operating now for almost 10 years, and there have been challenges after challenges after challenges. There was Erica, then there was Maria, and then there was COVID-19. It's been challenge after challenge after challenge, but you hold the fort.
Royal Globe Inc. is located on Hanover Street. Coming up next, the Creole News highlights with Jenno Jacob.
Bienvenue à ce nouveau en Creole, nom moi c'est Jenno Jacob. Ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Octavia Alfred, a visité l'école Belleville Chopin et peut-être Mon. Il a aussi dit l'école neuf nouvellement bâtie. Il parlait contre l'école Belleville Chopin.
Eh bien, je dis là, nous avons regardé l'autre projet, l'autre école, à gouvernement China, il a fait l'autre école Belleville Chopin. Eh bien, nous comptons qu'il travaille là, qu'à aller bien. Il a presque fini, mettre fondation l'école là. Et bien, il a employé le monde local, ça bien. Et bien, nous comptons que toute cette école là qui a progressé vers Belleville Chopin, pas derrière même.
Le ministère est satisfait et puis manière travail à aller tête monde.
Nous là, en tête monde, nous avons regardé le travail là, comment le travail là aller. Nous comptons qu'ils ont commencé à faire fondation. Ils ont fait ça excavation work, là ils ont tiré terre. Nous avons dit nous, moi là qui a venu là, ils ont commencé à faire fondation là. Nous comptons pour l'investissement ça là parce que nous avons vu que les pays chinois sont bien intéressants à le monde dominicain pour comment nous avons développé le monde. Nous avons parlé contre résilience, mais résilience ce n'est pas seulement les cases, wall, chimie. Nous avons pour nous résilience à monde aussi. Et comment on fait résilience, c'est là qu'on a une bonne éducation. So, nous sommes bien excités, nous sommes bien satisfaits, et nous continuons à aider les pays chinois. Merci autant pour comment ils ont aidé Dominique.
Gouvernement a bâti 240 cailles neufs à Dominique. Gouvernement partenaire et puis Management Montreal Consultant pour bâtir cailles en 10 villages. Ça c'est une initiative pour bâtir cailles résilience. Autant ces cailles-là pour finir. Département Housing a bâti cailles modernes. Ça c'est plan Housing Development Revolution. Révolution caille gouvernement. Medvest Couture Avina Prince, c'est yon c'est moun qui recevait l'argent grand. L'argent grand, c'est l'argent yo pané pour payer vivre. Il est bien content pour l'argent salaire. Semaine passée, 67 jeunes business recevaient l'argent gouvernement pour continuer au développement du business en Dominique. Le gouvernement a distribué au moins $1 million par jeunes business en Dominique. Ça, c'est pour transformer le business en manière digitale. L'argent salaire sorti hors de projet de transformation Kawaii digital. Le gouvernement a tapé l'argent salaire hors de Banque la Terre, ça c'est World Bank. Honorable Melissa Skerrit Pompon et puis président Dominique Excellency Sylvanie Burton organisé Jour Expérience Kalinago JE22. Ça prend place en State House là. Officier gouvernement attendait. Président Dominique Excellency Sylvanie Burton adressé participants. Les gens ont autant l'école attendait. Ils voient héritage et puis culture Kalinago. L'âge dans ce langage Kalinago, had Kalinago, manger et puis histoire Kalinago. Ça c'est tout à ce nouvel en Creole. Non, monsieur General Jacob. Changez-nous en temps cyclone, écoutez radio et puis télévision pour information et puis continuez à faire préparation. Au revoir.
And that was Jenna Jacob with the Creole highlights. A high-pressure system is expected to result in a gradual drying out of the atmosphere, together with an increase in wind speed as the afternoon progresses. Meanwhile, a tropical wave is expected to approach the area by this evening, resulting in a further increase in cloudiness, scattered showers, gusty winds, and possible isolated thunderstorms during tonight. People in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on alert and to exercise caution. An increase in dust haze concentrations can be expected today, resulting in a reduction in air quality and visibility. People with respiratory sensitivities are advised to take the necessary precautions to avoid complications. Fisher folks are advised to use the necessary devices for safe navigation due to reduced visibility when venturing out to sea. Moderate seas can be expected in open water with waves peaking near 7 feet during the next 24 hours. A small craft warning may be in effect from later tonight as wave heights and wind speeds increase. Small craft operators and sea beavers are advised to be on alert and to exercise caution. As we're in the midst of the hurricane season, it's crucial to take proactive steps to protect yourself and your family. Today's tip: avoid using real candles and risking further damage by investing in battery-powered candles with a charger that can be used when the power is out. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Adisi Burton. Thank you for watching.